Hello everyone and welcome back to more Seduce Me to the Demon War! Whoa, we are back again in this intense moment where we last left off. Quick recap, in the last episode, we basically were jumped by a pack of angels when we went to go check out the shadiness that was happening in our room. So yeah, we went to, I chose to go investigate it, and then that is where the angels jumped us. We were gonna get our memories erased because, you know, they were OP and we couldn't do anything about it, but then James jumped in, but then he got caught himself, and then we were transported. I don't even know where, I don't even know how, but like we were transported into like this other dimension, and the angels were showing us illusions and the, you know, pictures of the past, and, you know, oh, this is how you fucked everything over and stuff like that. And we're all like, you know, fuck you, I don't even give a shit, what's done is done kind of thing. So yeah, they showed us what, you know, what was supposed to happen with James getting together with Diana, and then like they showed a bit of, you know, what happened with Diana's family and how she came to discover them, and, you know, how they were murdered and stuff. And then so we fought through it though. Hannah fought through it. She broke out of the illusion kind of thing, and then found James being tortured again by angels. But then you know, he went Super Saiyan, and then he transformed into his demon mode. He went to demon mode, and then, you know, he kind of beat the shit out of everyone. Well, not beat the shit out of everyone, he just shot everyone to death. Well, mostly everyone. So yeah, we managed to escape, and we jump back into the little castle back there, except we were in the little meeting room where we had the ward. I forgot what it's called. It's like slipping my mind right now. But yeah, we plopped ourselves in there, and then everyone was there. Everyone kind of like freaked out, like, whoa, what the hell have you been? And Dana got super pissed at us because she was like, you know how long you guys have been gone for? And we were like, what? And then James obviously was aware of this. He was like, 2 days, and we were like, what the fuck? So yeah, we were gone for 2 days in that instance, and then, you know, she was freaking out and getting angry over the fact that because, you know, she was sending, you know, assets to go look for us, and if we were gone or missing or didn't come back alive or something, then, you know, it just changes everything kind of thing, and we screw everything over we did. But no, we came back, we all good, and then, you know, it's just a way of Diana just showing her concern for us. So yeah, so basically jump on ahead because we were gone for 2 days. We jumped on in the timeline where we will attack the demon lord at his castle the very next day or early morning. So went to sleep that night, went to go rest. Oh, before we went to go sleep that night, we came across the coup d'etat meeting. So we were pulled into that coup d'etat meeting with the other rebel leaders, but that time I chose to just trust in Diana, just, you know, for quick story progression, because yeah. So there was that, and then we came back to our room. James came back in as well, and then obviously we chose to make love with him because it might be our last time doing so, because I just might end up dying here. So yeah, we jumped on ahead again. We went over the battle plan. We went to go meet up at the demon lord castle, and, you know, Faye and everyone told us our side route path that we have to take in order to avoid any, you know, confrontations, and we have to go to the demon lord. And then we used our magical Faye power that we learned from Faye. We flew like majority of the way. Actually, yeah, we flew like all the way actually, because we didn't even attack anyone. We just kind of threw our little vine balls at them, and then yeah. So yeah, we made it to the castle. We're drained of energy. We come in, and Diana and the demon lord are duking it out, and of course Diana manages to beat the demon lord, but she had a bit of unnecessary help. Like, okay, well, like, help, it was helpful to beat the demon lord, but it was not helpful there on afterwards, because she was possessed by an angel, and that's the way that she overpowered the demon lord. So after the demon lord is dead, Diana just kind of turns on us and was like trying to coax James back into you know, fulfilling his destiny of taking up the throne and becoming the next demon lord, and, you know, having Diana as his queen. But James is like, no, fuck you, I'm not gonna do that because I love Hannah. So yeah, the angel and Diana got super mad and then started attacking us. So it's round 2 of the fight, and James was fighting Diana, and then at one point James managed to overpower Diana, and then managed to force out the angel, which nearly killed her, but then we stopped him, and then he forced the angel out of her body, and then so she's KO, she's knocked out, and then now it's round 3 with the actual angel. So yeah, this is where we were in So James was fighting again, fighting the angel, the actual angel, not Diana possessed by the angel. And so we were trying to figure out a way how to help him. But then, of course, since we're kind of, drained of energy already, and we're kind of useless, against supernatural forces, no matter how proficient we are in spells and magic, we are caught by the angel, and are being held hostage, or as being held as bait. So yes, this is where we last left off, and I don't know where this is gonna go, because the angel was like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna make some sort of deal, be like, okay, I'll let her go if you, decide to take up the Demon Lord throne and become the next Demon Lord kind of thing. So yeah, here we go, you guys. Here we go, the final battle. Let's get to it. The angel held out my body. The angel held my body out, dangling me in the air like a doll as I flailed and clawed at the angel's arm. My nails merely scratched against the stone skin as I felt my energy slowly deplete even further than it was in my spirit. Oh, are you gonna just drain us of our energy then? Jesus, fine.
Accept your fate, demon, and I will bring her back to the human world unharmed. Refuse, and I will release her to the gates of hell for the devil spawn to ravish.
Oh, no. How about no. Who the hell do you think you are? No. As he spoke of James's potential refusal, a large wave of heat burst out beneath my feet, causing me to look down and scream at the sight on the ground. What? Beneath my body was a large open circle with red flames flaring out of it. Between the flames, I could barely make out the sight of hundreds of hands reaching up to try and stretch themselves through the hole above them and towards me. Oh, no touchy, okay? No, don't touch me, I'm rich. Each hand burned in red, sent waves of remembrance down my body as an image of Malix appeared in my head. No. Don't want that. Don't want a repeat of that. No, hell no. Hell no. My fear only spurred me to flail harder in the hold I was in, uncaring of the friction his hand was causing my skin. I could feel blood gather and dribble down the back of my neck, flesh tearing open from my attempts. James stared up at me, quaking from the fear of the situation. We were far away from him, where he couldn't reach me, even if he sprinted as I dropped. I was left to James's decision. I'll figure something out. Don't worry. Hey, Hannah, it'd be really helpful if you decided to fly at this moment. Once he drops you, just burst of energy and just propel yourself away from that. However, something in James's eyes changed. A dark gold painted over his eyes as his body began to float in the air. What? Oh my gosh.
Go!
You done made her mad again.
As you wish!
Oh James! This isn't what I had in mind. A gas managed to rush into my body as the angel's hand on my neck vanished without a trace. My body began to fall into the open pit below me, a wave of instant heat reaming at my legs before I felt a strong pair of arms wrap around me and pull me forward. Wow, you so fast, James. That's what? I looked up to see James gripping me tightly, flying back away from the angel with me encased in his tight hold. As we reached the doorway of the main hall, James landed and set me down, keeping his intense glare on the angel by the throne. Wow, nice catch. As the angel made their way towards us, I could feel the air become colder with each step he took.
You cannot smite me, demon. It is useless to try.
Well, I'ma try anyways.
If I cannot kill you, then I will send you to a place you can never escape from.
Hell? Oh my gosh. Or purgatory. I don't even know. On James's word, a large set of purple ethereal tendrils snaked around the angel's hands and neck, tugging him back roughly. What? Oh? Is that you, Eric? James and I looked back to see Diana risen from her unconscious state, and James... Oh, hey! And risen from her unconscious state and glaring daggers into the back of the angel's cloak as her hand connected her to the tendrils around her target. Homegirl, you back? Are you okay? Oh my gosh! It was mildly frightening to see her eyes completely coated in gold, just like James's eyes, as she snarled at her now captured victim. Aw man, you always pulled through. I'm so proud of you.
How dare you defile me!
I know, get mad, girl. You have every right to be. He done you wrong. He disrespected you. James, in retaliation, formed a large wall between himself and the angel, pushing himself back in time with Diana's tendrils pull. Each time the angel dispelled one of the tendrils on his body, James pushed forward and Diana formed another tendril in its place. Oh, I hope that little fire pit that you opened is still there, because we're gonna just dump you in there. It became a team effort, forcing the angel back to balance his feet over the edge of the hell pit he opened. Yeah! However, despite each rough tug and push James and Diana gave him, the angel continued to balance himself. Come on! You can't do this forever! With a burst of white light, the angel completely dissolved the tendrils and magic wall, jutting upwards and floating high in the air, tense and growling. Damn it! The two demons, however, wouldn't let him hang around for long. Simultaneously, James and Diana pounced off the ground and flew into the air at the angel, Diana on her summoned but damaged wings, and James with his new powers. Diana summoned her saber and James formed his sword, clashing them against the angel's body. Yay! Team effort! The blades didn't break, but simply pounded against the cloak of the angel. The angel wore as if they were hitting armor. The angel became frazzled as he began to defend himself against two opponents, each not giving him an ounce of mercy in their attacks. It was almost dizzying to see Diana and James flying around their targets, taking shots at him at ridiculous speeds. Each hit resulted with a large clang of steel against the stone that bounced around the room in an endless but random cycle. Watching Diana and James encircle the angel with attacks was like watching gold and purple fireworks going off against the moon. Huh, that's nice metaphor, I guess, or a simile. Suddenly, Diana's saber was launched out of her hands, causing Diana to float back a bit in shock while James attacked the angel head on. It's okay, Diana. Just go get your sword. Just recover, and you can bounce right back. Do it. It's okay. He's got this. As the angel knocked back James's attack, Diana swooped up behind the angel and entangled her arms around his and locked her legs around his cloak while pressing herself between his wings.
What?
Yeah, yo. Okay, you got this.
Max!
What? At her cry, purple and black lightning began to spatter and shake around the angel, and Diana freezing them in the air but electrocuting both. Oh no!
James! No!
Oh no, homegirl, I ain't gonna hurt you! You can't sacrifice yourself here now! The incubus didn't falter as he gathered energy into his blade, making it gleam in almost every godlike glow.
No!
What? No what?
It's over!
No what? No nothing. With a large shout, James shot himself forward and impaled his sword into the angel's body, successfully ramming it through his body and skewering both Angel and Diana. Oh no, homegirl! We're gonna need you to get medical help after this. Oh god. Gold and purple lightning wrapped around the angel, both of Diana's spell and James's blade, causing the wings on his back to burn away to bones, then to ash. The angel's hand slowly began to darken to an ashy black color from the electrocution. James ripped his blade out from his two victims as Diana finally pushed herself away from the angel, leaving him to float in the air for a moment, frozen from the pain. As the angel began to fall, he let out a deathly scream before falling into the hell pit below. Yay! Three-pointer! Yeah! Good job! Yay! The angel's body vanished into the hell pit before a large burst of red and orange flame burst from its opening. The chaotic screams of devils erupted from the pit as the flames began to die out and vanish. Jesus Christ, is it finally done? Can I go home now? Soon enough, the pit slowly closed itself, having been fed a proper body to seal it away. Okay, I collapsed onto my knees, feeling the drain of the entire situation hit me like a ferocious wave. It was over at last, but for how long? Well, we gotta get out of here before some shit happened. Oh my god, before like freaking God himself just comes down and just smites us all and it's just game over. This entire situation became a chaotic mess. James forced the angel of fate into the pit of hell. Did this mean that James was free? What about the angel? Yeah, don't we get in trouble by this? You know? Too many questions rang in my head, but stopped as James landed beside me and knelt down to me, lifting my chin and making me look up at him. He looked worn out, panting for air from the experience, but still had a kind smile. Babe, I'm so proud of you. You done me proud. You so cool out there. Oh my gosh. It was so satisfying feeling James with me. I had barely noticed the black scar on his chest vanish from his skin as I became lost in his eyes in relief. Aw, hey!
It's over now.
Really? Are you sure? I kind of don't really trust this. Like, some shit's gonna happen. I know it. I could only nod, feeling the slow growth of elation trickle into my chest as I looked up at James. He was alive, we were still together, and the angel was gone. If it wasn't over, I was sure that other angels would have come at us. Well, yeah. I wrapped my arms around James, relieved that everything was over and we were at peace at last. Diana, how you doing? Oh my god, girl. You took such a beating. Oh my god, we need to get you medical attention. Diana, however, let out a pained gasp from where she had fallen, gripping the open wound on her stomach and panting. James and I looked over in surprise as Diana began coughing out blood and calling out.
Settle!
Oh my god. On her command, a burst of white light emerged in front of her body before revealing her half-angel guard. Yay! I was right! He was half-angel. Looking around him at the new surroundings and locking his sights down at his fallen mistress.
Isaiah!
Oh god. Can you fix her, please? Quickly, Sero dropped to his knees and placed his hand over her wound while he wrapped an arm around her shoulders and back. Diana winced and continued to pant for air, gritting her teeth.
What happened? Who did?
Angels and stuff, yeah.
Shut up and heal me.
Exactly, heal her. God damn, ask questions later. Heal first. Sero nodded in quick obedience before muttering to himself and closing his eyes. White energy flowed through his hands and into Diana's wound. To my astonishment, the wound slowly began to close and zip together like it was never there. Yay! Oh my god, so efficient. As Diana let out a sigh, she closed her eyes and relaxed into Sero's arm, laying her head against his upper arm. Sero let out a breath of relief as well, moving his hands beneath Diana's knees and lifting her up bridal style. I am so sorry what you had to go through, homegirl, but like, you did good, man. You were such a team player. James and I stood as soon as Sero did, facing him as he turned to us and glared hard at James. I gripped onto James's hand, stepping forward into between the boys as Sero began to walk towards us. Okay.
What happened?
Listen, it wasn't in any of our control. There was an angel, and he was there way before we got there in Diana, okay? He was possessing her, I don't even know for how long, but we managed to get rid of him, and you know, she took one for the team, alright? Okay? Like...
We fought an angel. It has been properly disposed of.
Exactly. The air in the room once again chilled as Sero kept his stare on my husband, a faint bright glow surrounding his body. It faded, however, at his mistress's voice.
Settle.
Yeah, listen to her. Sero looked down to see Diana looking up at him and bringing a hand up to his cheek. The tension in his eyes faded at the sight and feel of her actions, making me release the fearful breath I was holding in. Without another word against my incubus, Sero turned and walked around me and James. As he reached the door, however, he turned his head towards us. What?
It would seem that your destiny has been broken. Well done.
Yay!
How do you know this?
Because he's half angel. Sero didn't speak again before leaving us alone. James and I watched him leave before relaxing into each other's arms, with me laying my head on James's shoulder. I could only remember Sero's words as he vanished into the dark of the castle hall. Yep, yeah. If Sero was right, then James had enough power to break his stone destiny, and him sending the angel packing only confirmed it. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Praise Jesus. It's over.
Yes, it is.
Yay, let's go home. Let's get married and let's just sleep for like a year. James and I held each other tightly, taking in the situation. The war was over. The angel hunt for James was apparently over. We were safe now and we could go home. All we could do now was let out a sigh and cherish the silence that followed. We would go home soon. It was over. The war was finally over. Yay! Okay, so I think this is the same shit day on afterwards with the whole we have the celebration and then we can go talk to Diana and stuff. But yeah, since I already said that I trusted in Diana in ruling the Abyssal Plains, then yeah, we don't need to see this. But I'll come back to it, you guys, where I choose to kill off Diana and then see if maybe Faye, because they were our teacher this time instead of Shadow, maybe Faye would become leader of the Abyssal Plain and then they'll fuck it up somehow. Alright, so here we are. We have Kay's little like recap thing. So yeah, so this is after when she gave us the rundown on what happened with Diana becoming the Abyssal Plains like main leader, and everyone really liked her and loved her, and yeah, blah blah blah, and everything's all great and stuff. So yeah, I mean, not only did James defeat his father, the dreaded demon lord, but both of you took out a band of angels. Seriously, that's wild. I know, right? Jesus Christ.
But I guess it was for the best, or else they would have kept trying to hunt you down and make James the king of the demon world. Angels. So persistent.
I know, right? Like, Jesus Christ.
Anyways, you've been through a lot, so why don't we skip to...
my honeymoon, right?
Huh? You want to know what happened after the war? Well, I mean, I guess I could tell you.
Okay, cool.
After the war was finished, the entire rebellion celebrated. Word spread far and wide about the rebellion's success, and soon every kingdom in the Abyssal Plains had become united with the new authority.
What? So yeah, like I was saying, I thought that Kay had already given us that recap, but it Yeah, it's here. Yeah, sorry. Okay, we'll skip a little bit. There you go. So James and you returned home and prepared once again for your marriage. Ahaha. Everything was taken care of before he found out. Everything was taken care of before he found you, so no one knew the wiser. Okay, so cool. So yeah, like, apparently James had like, you know, reverted time or some shit, or like no, not reverted time, but like he did a Jedi mind trick where he's like, oh, by the way, the wedding isn't today, but it's gonna be like 5 days later. Oh, haha, you guys all came really early, so yeah, you go home now. So yeah, that's what happened.
Huh? How do I know? Well, I have my ways. Maybe you should check it out.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna skip right where our wedding is. Yeah. The wedding was perfect, the reception even more so. Everything that happened to me before the wedding was completely washed away by the nerves that rushed through me and the joy I felt when I finally said, I do. As the wedding bell chimed and the cheers rang through the air as James and I finally kissed, I could almost see my future laid out before me, and it was gorgeous. Well, I could almost see it. I didn't see it for sure, but yeah. I could go on and on about the wedding and the honeymoon, but honestly, after the war, I was more concerned of living my life afterwards. Yes. Angelless. Our lives escalated to new heights after we officially became husband and wife. James helped the Anderson Toy Company skyrocket through the business world, now an official Anderson heir. I stood beside him, aiding him in every way possible. Yeah, because behind every great man is an even greater woman. As for me, I began to go through my own success in life, dedicating myself to becoming exactly what I wanted to be. After all, my husband was a CEO, nothing was barred from me. If I put the same amount of work in as I did in the demon world, then I was going to be okay. I mean, you learned how to fucking fly, so like, come on. However, there was never a day that went by that I didn't think about what was happening in the abyssal plane. It was a heavy chapter of my life, one that tested the love between me and James. Because, you know, God decided to be like, hey, let's send a bunch of angels and just see if their love will hold out. The memory of the angels that chased after us would always run shiver down my spine, reminding me that at any moment an angel could lash out at us once more. Yeah, we did sort of kill like 3 of them, and like apparently one really important one. Still, I was confident that we would get through it and stay together no matter what came our way. Demon, devil, angel, it didn't matter to us. We were unstoppable together. The faint memory of my own power slightly tingled through me every time I grew confident, eagerly reminding me that I had strength of my own. I would never let anyone come between me and James ever again. The slow settling of it all rumbled in my mind as I laid in bed, holding James close to me. I was so happy to see him every morning, even more so now to occasionally glimpse his wedding ring resting on his ring finger. Ah, bae. Oh, bae. Hi, bae. I couldn't help myself from brushing my fingers over his gorgeous black locks, staring at his closed eyes. How did I ever deserve you? You perf. It seemed so unreal holding him close to me. How lucky I was to have a man who not only was strong but also intelligent and charming, all in one package. I know, right? God damn. The demon part of him almost became an extra dab of cream on the top. Whenever I looked at him, my heart would overflow in joy. This was indeed true love, and I was the luckiest person in the universe. I softly leaned in and kissed his forehead, needing to show my love even as he slept. He protected me with his arms around me, and I would show him my gratitude for as long as we were together. My kiss, however, slowly made James begin to stir in my arms. I gasped a bit before giggling, seeing his eyes slowly flutter open. The sight of his tired, whiskey-colored eyes made my heart do giddy flips, knowing that they would always look at me out of love. Good morning!
Good morning.
James nuzzled into the pillow beneath his head, taking a moment to wake up at last before smiling up at me. I smiled back, sliding my body closer to James and nuzzling his chest. How did you sleep?
I slept well. But waking up to your smile is so much better.
Oh, stop it. A red blush rushed across my face before I buried my face into James's shoulder, making him laugh and hug me against his chest. The content hum that rumbled in his chest made me smile despite the embarrassment on my cheeks. I was going to experience this every morning, waking in his arms and feeling complete within them. James gently kissed over my head before squeezing around my waist, making me look up at him and become lost in his loving gaze.
What about you?
I slept great. Like, no angels, no little spirit children, nothing. It's just awesome. I let a cheesy grin paint across my face before pecking his chin with my lips slightly, making him stare wide-eyed at me in surprised amusement. Sleep was good, but I'd rather be awake with you. I can be just as cheesy. James chuckled and kissed my forehead, hugging me tightly to him.
Well then, what shall we do today?
I don't know. What day is it? Is it like Sunday? Monday? Or is it a work day? Is it a weekend? I don't know. Huh? Don't you have work? James shook his head and caressed my cheek lovingly. I unconsciously nuzzled his palm, loving the warmth radiating from it as I stared at James, patiently listening.
I managed to grab a couple days off.
Oh, hey! That means we can go road tripping or some shit. I don't know. Shopping. How many days?
How does a whole week sound?
Oh, hell yeah, which means we can hit it up at some, like, a tropical island, like you said in your one dream, right? Haha, how about we make that dream come true right here, right now? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I grinned and squeezed him slightly in the hug of my own, making him laugh a bit and kiss my nose sweetly. Y'all mine for a week?
For a whole week. No, I'm all yours regardless of that.
True. True. I mean, you got that ring on your finger, so. To hear him claim that made my heart skip a beat. No one else to lay claim to him but me, and I was thrilled at that. I rested my head on his chest, listening to his heartbeat as he cradled my head to him and rested his cheek against my hair.
So, any ideas? We could go into Chicago and watch a couple of shows, or we could even fly out somewhere if you want.
I want to fly out, yo. Let's go to, like, the Bahamas or some shit. The Maldives. We can do anything?
Anything you want.
Okay, we gonna hit it up on the beach. I thought for a moment, trying to decide what to do. There were so many things available to us, but as I felt myself melt into James's embrace, I closed my eyes and rubbed my head against his chest. No, I just want to stay here in your arms. How about we lay here for a bit and decide later? Yes. With a nod and a laugh, James gave me a loving squeeze and shifted to make himself comfortable. And shifted to make himself comfy. I don't know why I said comfortable when comfy is like the shorter word. God. Allowing me to use his chest as my pillow. While the idea of adventure was enticing, we could save it for when we were ready to really get out of bed.
As my beautiful wife wishes.
Yeah, we can just lay here. Hee hee, I love you, James. James lifted my chin slightly and stared deep into my eyes with an adoring gaze and smile, making every part of me practically swoon at the sight.
I love you too. More than anyone in the world. I will always be here beside you every morning and every night for as long as we live.
Aww, you're so sweet. I believed every word. I let his words embed themselves into my heart, and I would remember them forever. As James finally kissed me, locking lips with mine, he sealed his words. His destiny was to be with me, and I to be with him. No angel could change that. No demon could break that. Yeah, fuck them angels and demons. And that was my perfect happily ever after. My destiny is with you, T. Okay, cool. Alright, so I managed to get out his best ending. Yeah, I thought I was gonna screw up at some point. Sweet. Yes, I got it. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get the rest of his other endings, so the mediocre one and the worst ending you could possibly get for each of the guys, for him in particular. And then I'm also going to go back and maybe, hopefully in that meantime, we can go back and see some of the other answers that we can give to some of the choices. Because there is some that I wanted to see, but not all of it. Because, yeah. So yeah, let's just... The end! Okay! The end? No, shut up. You shut up. Don't do that to me. Making it sound like some next shit's gonna happen. Alright, yes! Okay, so let's go back and let's see, or I'm gonna just pull up the guide really quick. And let's just see how many points we can lose in order to get the other ending. Okay. So let's see. 9 points. Alright. Accepting Destiny is the I'm gonna go downwards. So I'm gonna go to the mediocre one first, and I'm gonna go to the worst one afterwards. So yeah. Alright, so so the mediocre one, or the one I'm assuming that where we actually carry out his fate or his destiny is it's accepting his destiny in this one. So let's see. It's less than 8 points. So let's try to lose some points here. And he has a total of 9 points available. I wonder how many points I got. Let's see. Tell him, no. Oh, I lost the point when I said the whole situation where when we first arrived in the abyssal plane, he was asking us if we were alright with the whole situation, and I said yes because I intended to, but then we're supposed to say no because she wasn't okay. But anyways, whatever. I just lost that one point. Kiss them before sleeping. Yeah, bust in, stay hidden. Okay, so we lose point if we stay hidden. All right, cool. That one part where we were in the dream and we found James being tortured. So I had a nightmare again. Okay, let's see. Let's try going back to where? I don't know. Where can I go back? How far do I go back? Where? Where? Oh, where? Where? Oh, where? Where do I go? Where do I go? I don't want to go back too far. I see. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, I think I got this worked out. Okay, so I'm just gonna go up to. I'm going to go up to the point where we wake up from our nightmare. So I'm not gonna do the whole stay hidden when we were supposed to bust in when the angels were torturing James. Because up until that point from the guide, it says, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far I would get 5 points. And then 6. I think I can stop at the sexy time. That one sexy time thing that we were going on. This part right here. Yeah, this one. Okay. 5, 6, 7. That's 7 points. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, I can totally not do the sexy part time. This part right here. We can totally not have sex with him, and I would be good to go for the second. The mediocre ending, which is accepting destiny. So yeah, instead of getting up and kissing, let's just shake off our thoughts. Now is not the time to think about trying to put the moves on him. There were other things I needed to think about. However, in the thought of giving him energy, I wasn't sure how to do that. I shook my head. I would think on it later. Sorry, I had a lot on my mind. James nodded and sat down beside me.
Is there any way I can help ease your mind?
Is she gonna try to do it again? She's gonna be like, well... I shook my head. I had to sit down and figure everything out on my own first before I allowed him to help. James kissed my head and rubbed my shoulder comfortingly.
Alright. I love you.
I love you too! I'm gonna fuck you over soon. I love you too. Alright, there we go. So we didn't do anything. We had no sexy time. So let's see what happens there. Oh my gosh. Actually, I'm gonna see what would happen if we say no to going out with Faye. So let's just do that. No. As much as that was a nice idea, I had to put the war as priority. I couldn't waste a day relaxing when a war was around the corner. Faye nodded and shrugged to my surprise.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go anyway.
Okay. Bye. Wait, what about... without even letting me finish, Faye flew out of the room faster than I could chase. Eternimus, who had been sitting at the side like he had always been, shook his head.
Don't sweat it, human. They've been pretty stressed out recently.
Okay. I bit my lip. I understood since Faye was a rebel leader, but they were also my trainer. How was I going to properly manage myself and train on my own? Eternimus, however, came to my rescue.
Here, I'll train you on the gun. No point wasting time.
Yay! Eternimus will train me, yeah! I looked over, happy to know that I at least could train and get better prepared for the war ahead. While a part of me worried for Faye, I knew that I couldn't spend time chasing them. I spent the remainder of the day practicing what I knew with Eternimus, finding my stamina and energy to be much stronger than before. Faye trained me well, and now I was able to do my spells with ease. Cool. Okay, so there's that. So yeah, for story progression's sake, I'm just going to skip on ahead and just continue on with my other regular answers. So I'm gonna investigate, and everything else is gonna be the same afterwards. Okay, so for just to secure my my standing in getting the accepting destiny thing, I wonder what would happen if I say it doesn't matter what you think. I knew deep down that the emotion of love was stronger than this angel could have ever imagined this wasn't something. Oh, she's gonna say the same thing, huh? Okay, never mind, yo. I'm gonna skip up to here and I'm gonna see what would happen if I said don't stop him. Oh my god, I'm gonna end up killing him, and then he probably that would push him to accepting his fate, right? Accepting his destiny. I'm gonna see. Don't stop him. I wasn't sure if stopping him would stop the angel. If James did let go of Diana, what if the angel took control and attempted to choke him instead? It was a complicated situation, but it had to be done to stop the angel from using Diana. Oh, as James tightened his grip, Diana arched back, a spray of frothy saliva and blood erupting from her mouth toward the far wall. Her body continued to quake and spasm from the lack of air, and her face slowly began to turn blue. Diana's eyes slowly rolled into the back of her head, finally fading from gold to white as she dug her nails into James's wrist, trying one last time to make him release his grip on her. James would not budge. Oh, so either way, huh? Either way, it would still happen. Okay, all right, that's good to know. At least we don't end up making him kill her by accident. Okay. This is the part where it's gonna change. It stopped me from the skip button. So I'm pretty sure instead of him gaining like new abilities, he's actually gonna accept the terms that the angel had given him. Oh my god, James stared up at me, quaking from the fear of the situation. We were far away from him where he couldn't reach me even if he sprinted. As I dropped, I was left to James's decision. James's body began to rumble in despair as James dropped to his knees and slammed his hands onto the marble ground. My heart dropped at his words.
I accept my fate.
No! It's all for science! All for science! No. James.
I accept my fate! Now release her!
Oh god, why you break my heart like this? Obediently, the angel loosened his grip on my neck as the hole beneath me closed. As my feet touched the ground, the angel fully released me and watched as I rushed over to James, sliding onto my knees before him. James, no! Don't do this, James!
Say your farewell to her, demon. I will grant her that much before I take her back.
As if that makes you less of an asshole than you already are. Psh. I wrapped my arms around him, desperate not to let go. I wouldn't be separated from James ever. James, however, wrapped an arm around me and buried his head in my shoulder, his tears falling over it.
I said...
Shut up! Fuck you, I am not leaving him. Yeah. James slowly stood with me in his arms, causing me to stand on my own 2 feet as well. He pulled away and looked down at me, tears flowing down his cheeks.
I love you. I will forever love you until the day I die.
Don't give me that. No, don't do that. Stop. No. James? James gently cupped my head in his hands and kissed me, shaking in grief as he did. I, however, could only stare in disbelief. Was he really going to let me go? Yes. I felt a small draft open behind me, causing the air around me to circulate and rush past my body before feeling one of James's hands lowered to my sternum and push me back. No! With a gasp, I watched as James kept his hand extended out to me while my body became sucked into some sort of portal. White feathers danced around white feathers danced around the barrier, and my mind began to flood with memories that slowly evaporated the farther back I went. And he's taking my memories with him. Wow, alright. Oh, well, makes sense. Makes sense. Tears continued to drip down James's cheek as my memories began to fray and burn, causing tears to form in my eyes as well. Our marriage, our embraces, our love, it all turned to ash and vanished from my mind. Soon enough, the sight around me became a pure white. And I could remember nothing but my name. Ah, there we go. Oh shit, that was depressing. That's depressing. Well, whatever. I managed to get it. Okay, now I can do the easy one, which is basically getting less than 6 points. So I'm gonna just go back, and then I'm gonna just I think I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm basically gonna go up to this point, where instead of busting in, we're just gonna stay hidden, and then from then on, I'm just gonna carry on and avoid getting any more points afterwards. So yeah, stay hidden. As much as I wanted to help, rushing in blindly was not a good idea. I needed to evaluate the entire situation first. Haha, that's what I was thinking of doing too, but then I was like, fuck it, and then I went in anyways. It is useless to fight back. What? Oh, I didn't hear a voice. What?
Maybe I will be dead before I let you erase her memories.
Uh-huh. I stared wide-eyed at James as he spoke to the voice. Was this part of his protection spell? This couldn't have been, no way. Alright, I didn't get a chance to think on it long, however. A bright flash of light erupted from James's body, and I shut my eyes, blinded by the sight. Alright, cool. So let's skip on ahead, and I'm gonna avoid getting any points whatsoever with him afterwards. So let's see. That entails with telling him that we had a nightmare, and also getting up and kissing him and continuing to do sexy times. So yeah, I slept well. I lied. It wasn't worth telling him. He was okay, so the dream obviously wasn't something dangerous to us. It was just a dream, It's just a dream. James smiled a little wider before hugging me gently.
Good. I'm glad it worked.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I felt a bit bad for not telling him everything, but it was for the best. There was no use complaining about something that obviously did help me sleep in peace. Alright, there we go. Let's continue on then. There we go. So we came up to the part where we were jumped by the angels and we were dragged into their little illusion thing, and then so yeah, instead we break out of the first initial ones where it's like they showed James and Diana getting together, and then also Diana's little flashback on when she found her family dead. So now we are here when we busted out of that glass thing, and then yeah, and we found James like being tortured again by the angels, but instead of, I guess, you know, him going Super Saiyan and, you know, managing to fend them off, we just, however, I found myself quickly wrapped in gold chains once again. I get caught up in this. Gah. I felt the chains around me squeeze my body like a snake suffocating its prey. I struggled and panted, trying to take in air. No! Okay, well then. Shit. I could hear James struggling against the bindings, keeping him up on the wall. I heard every desperate sound his body made as he pulled on his limbs to be let free. However, I could tell that he had no strength to break free. The chains tightened themselves around me, one line snaking around my throat and finally choking me. Ow, this is how I die. Wow.
If we cannot cleanse you, then we will erase you.
Wow, alright. Jesus, don't even try to take my memories. It just goes straight to just murdering me. Alright.
Stop! No! Please!
Okay, wow. James, oh god. Ugh. The chains tightened even further. My body began to spasm and quake in the cocoon, tears spilling down my cheeks from lack of air. I desperately needed to breathe. The room began to spin as my body began to lose feeling. Finally, I had no choice but to let go. Oh gosh. Divine punishment. There you go. Got murdered by a bunch of angels. Great. Anyways, yeah, so that's all his endings. And then, what did I want it to see? What did I want it to do? I think the only other choice that I kind of wanted to see was whether or not... I don't think it would change either way if we went to go investigate in the room. Like, if we avoided it or if we... Yeah, let's try. Let's just try anyways. I feel like we're gonna get jumped and we're gonna get dragged back in anyways. So, because the events seemed really important and they have to happen regardless. So yeah, let's just leave the room and let's just see. I didn't want to deal with whatever this feeling had in store for me. I quickly turned on my heel and rushed for the door, only to have it slam closed as I approached. See? Yeah. There we go, huh? There we go. I grabbed the handle, pulling at it roughly. The door would not budge, intensifying my panic. I began to beat the door, trying to bust it down, but the wood somehow became stronger than steel. Despite this, the energy in the room suddenly froze. What? There we go. So yeah, I kind of figured it would happen regardless. But yeah, alright, so there's that. Let's load again, and there's the other thing that I wanted to see was, where did we find our coup d'etat? Well, when did that happen? I think it was after the angel incident, so let's see. See if I can get up to that point. I think it was here. Is the closest? Am I on the load or am I on the save? I get so confused. Load. Okay, yeah. Was it here? Okay, I'm gonna skip on ahead to the part where we come back, and then we're gonna go to the coup d'etat. I'm gonna do the whole trust in everyone, and then we're gonna end up poisoning Diana, and then I'm gonna like leave all that out. I'm just telling you guys what I will intend to do, just to get us up to that point where Kay would be, you know, giving us a little recap on what would happen because of our actions. So yeah, I'll see you guys up to that point. There he goes. I ended up poisoning her, feeling like a shitty human being that I am. So yeah, so instead of Shadow greeting us, it was Faye. So Faye floated just ahead of me with a look of sadness on their face. Why did they float? Why did they look that way? They weren't the one who did the deed. Yeah, exactly.
did you?
Yes, I did. God damn, let's see how you fuck everything over. Because you can't fucking rule a place. I nodded, not able to speak. Their frown deepened before they floated over towards me, stopping in front of me.
It's for the best. I promise.
No, you're wrong. It's not for the best. Okay, watch you fuck things over. Haha. I didn't want to speak to them. I had fulfilled my promise, and I would have to live with the memory forever. However, I didn't expect them to touch my head and cast a spell. Yeah, they take our memories.
Time to forget now.
Yes, thank you. Bye. I stared wide-eyed, watching in surprise as my mind became lighter. Memories of what had happened began to slowly dissolve, and my heart became lighter at the loss of the memories. Was this some kind of joke? No. Before I knew it, I felt at ease where I stood. I was in the middle of the hallway with Faye, unsure of why I was there. What happened? What had happened?
Hey, silly, what are you doing out here? Your ride back home is waiting for you.
Nice acting skills. I stared at Faye, confused but determined to return to where I was. The others were waiting, and I was about to go home. I nodded with a smile before walking with them back to the main hall. I was going home. Yes.
Well, you did it! Congratulations!
Yes, I did it. Alright, so we skipped on a bit ahead, and then here we go. Kay saying, in the end, Faye took up the throne, which I kind of guessed. Their growth in training you and their instinct to point out possible danger became a well-valued asset at the top of the world. Okay.
But Fae demons aren't really the most responsible demons in the world.
Alright, okay, so yeah, I already saw like the achievement that I got was that phased abandonment, so I'm guessing she dipped. Oh my god.
Soon enough, Faye left the throne, tired of trying to rule and escape to a remote part of the world, bent on rebuilding the clan that they had lost to the Demon Lord before the war happened.
Okay, is there any other follow-up then? Who would take over?
The other demons tried to fix what they had done, but soon their rule crumbled and the world went back to being as it was, separated by kingdom and caste.
Oh, okay.
And I believe that is
Shit,
everything
alright,
that
there we
happened
go,
after,
you guys.
Well, except for your story anyway.
You just fully just been like, hey, fuck this shit, and then they just left. They just straight up left. Wow, alright. So there we go, there you go, you guys. We finished everything. I went back and I went to go see everything that I wanted to see. And yeah, so I guess that really concludes James's route. Oh my gosh. That was an adventure. God. God damn. Jesus Christ. So, final thoughts on James's route and storyline. Oh my god, it was like significantly more fighting than I had like imagined it to be. We had literally like 3 rounds. So it was like Demon Lord, which we didn't even get involved with the Demon Lord fight. It was just mainly Diana and him. But then afterwards it was Diana possessed by the angel, and then afterwards it's the angel themselves. Like, oh my gosh. But anyways, that was a wild ride. Holy shit. But I'm so happy that I made it through and actually got his best ending on the first run. So yeah, compared to like Eric, which is like but anyways, yeah, so I guess in the next episode we can start up on Sam's route, which is we're here now. We're halfway through. We're almost there. We are at the halfway point, kinda, sorta. I don't even know, but yeah, we're gonna start up on Sam's route, and yeah, tune in next time in the next episode for that. So bye.